Hello, I'm John Chapman, and this is the Blind Review.
It's time for a blind review. Use your hands and let them show you. It's time for a blind review.
Hello, and today we are going to be looking at 3 chorus pedals. Now, I am still on a mission to find the perfect pedal for the blind. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so back in the year 2010 is when I first got diagnosed with having the eye condition RP, retinitis pigmentosa. And from 2010 to where we are now, I've been on a sliding more and more, just not great vision. Anyway, back in 2010, I'd already been playing in bands and stuff since the 90s. But the equipment that I'd accumulated so far was, well, my guitar pedals were Boss pedals. That's just the way that I liked it. You know what I mean? That they're great for everyone. They're pretty good for the blind, but they're great for everyone. They take 9-volt batteries, and you can plug them into a power supply as well. But yeah, so all the pedals that I had were Boss pedals, and that included the Super Chorus CH1. I thought to myself, I need smaller pedals. I need a smaller board because neater, tidier, smaller, it's just that is the best for the blind. The smaller and neater and tidier you can get it, that's best. So I decided to look for a new pedal that was going to be a bit more compact than the Boss pedals. So I found through Anderton's TV, Anderton's of Guildford, the guitar shop, they sell a pedal by a company in China called Tone City. And I thought to myself, when I was seeing these being reviewed on Anderton's TV and through Rob Chapman, whoever else I was listening to about it, I thought, yeah, they'd be good. They're more compact. They're mainly like 3-pot pedals, and I just thought, yeah, that's going to be the way forward. So I ordered this one that I have here called the Angel Wing Chorus. So I got that, and in the meantime, I sold all of my Boss pedals. So I started to purchase these Tone City pedals. I've got quite a few of them now. And then I was setting these boards up and that, and where they don't take batteries, there was just cables everywhere. Got to plug them in the mains, and it was just a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I mean, like the pedals are great. They sound pretty good, and they're do you know what I mean? They're not very expensive, and yeah. So I was happy all round, apart from having this mental board, because if I had 8 or 9 effects on this board, there would just be patch cables everywhere, which you have to have anyway. But then all the power cables that went to each pedal, it was just a nightmare. So I was, in my head, I was like, right, I've got to go back to Boss. But I went out like an idiot and sold. I think I had 19 Boss pedals, and I sold all of them. I got decent money for them, but I just should have kept them. So at that time, I didn't have loads of money, so I thought to myself, I need to go back to Boss, but I can't afford to go back to Boss at this moment in time. So I discovered the Behringer pedals. Now, they're pretty much like Boss pedals in the size. Even the sound they produce is pretty good. But they are not as sturdy. They're made of plastic, and it is a complete and utter nightmare trying to change the 9-volt batteries. But we will get there. Yeah, so I went out and I started to purchase Behringer pedals because they took a battery, basically. I wanted to have Boss pedals, but couldn't really afford them at that time. And then recently I've been out and bought a couple of Boss pedals. I think I've got 5 now. Probably got 15 Tone City pedals and maybe 12 Behringer pedals. Yeah, so Chorus is one of the 5 Boss pedals that I actually went out and rebought the CH1. So I've got all 3 of those pedals, and they're all. I've been getting these pedals on my search for the blind. Yeah, so I've got the 3 in front of me on a small board, and the first one is the Boss CH1 Super Chorus. Then I've got the Behringer UC200 Ultra Chorus, and then I've got the Tone City Angel Wing Chorus, which is just a little pedal. Yeah, so I just thought let's go through them, and we'll see which one we like, and let's talk about which is easiest for the blind to use. Now, both the Boss and the Behringer pedals are 4-pot pedals. I prefer 3-pot pedals. Well, to tell you the truth, Tone City do the spring, tiny spring reverb pedal, and it's just got 1 pot, and that is amazing. And I've done a review on that on this channel. So if you go back in the videos, and it's a blind review, tiny spring reverb by Tone City. So you can go listen to that if you want to. But anyway, we're talking Chorus today. All right, so yeah, so I see it in front of me. As I say, I've got the Chorus, the Behringer and the Tone City, all 3 on a board. And we will go through each one and decide which one's best. As far as being blind, I mean, the Tone City pedals, they are great. Like they're good sounding, they're small, they're sturdy, they're metal, but they haven't got any kind of power. So you have to have some sort of power supply to power that. More cables means just more of a nightmare. And don't know, that's why the Behringer and the Boss pedals having a section where they take a battery is pretty good. The Behringer pedal, all Behringer pedals are a bloody nightmare trying to put a 9-volt battery in there. And the Boss pedals are great. They've just got one little screw at the front that you do up and undo with your fingers, and boom, pop the 9-volt battery inside, and then you're away. But as I say, Boss pedals are fairly expensive, so not everyone's gonna be wanting to go out and, do you know what I mean, like pay. I think I'm not sure exactly. We will check out the prices for you and see what I can find them at. And yes, and I think I will do that right now. Yeah, so I've looked at the prices of the 3 pedals, and the Boss is coming in most expensive, as it would, at £94. Then the Tone City pedal is coming in at $49.99. I think I paid $39.99 when I bought it. And then the Behringer Ultra Chorus is coming in at $24.99. So that is the major selling point for the Behringer pedals, is that they are affordable. $24.99 for that pedal, or pay £94 for the Chorus, Boss Chorus. Most Boss pedals probably are around the £100 mark, you know what I mean? Maybe over, a couple under, maybe the distortion and the overdrive or whatever might be 60 quid or whatever. Are they that good that you should pay that price? Well, we'll see soon. The Behringer pedals, 25 quid, $24.99 from Amazon as well. So easy peasy. If you're a Prime member, you get free delivery and all that. Yes, I mean, and they're not quite the tank of the Boss pedal, but as I always say, just don't be too horrible to it, and I'm sure it'd last you a while. The Tone City pedals, like they're lovely little pedals. I don't know why it's jumped up a tenner. There's three different prices there. You want to pay for the Boss one, it's like 94 quid. And then you want to pay for the Tone City one, is 50 quid. And the Behringer one is 25 quid. So depends what you want, and do you know what I mean? But yeah, so amazing. Okay, so before we plug the pedals in and start having a feel of what they've got on them, let's just quickly go through what the pedals have got about them. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we look at the Boss pedal first, which is just a compact Boss pedal, same shape and size, metal chassis, very strong, nice. It's got 4 pots, which are level, EQ, rate, and depth. There is a little red light to tell you whether it's on or off, if you can see that. The DC 9-volt input is in the top of the pedal, and obviously it's got the bit you step on, and that is also a flap that can open to put the 9-volt battery inside. It's a stereo pedal, so it's got 2 outs, out A and out B, 1/4-inch jack on the left hand side. On the right hand side it's just got the 1 input, which is another 1/4-inch jack. Okay, so we move down to the Behringer pedal. Behringer pedal is exactly the same as the Boss pedal, as in the 4 pots are level. It says tone, not EQ, rate, and then depth. It's got a little light as well on top. On the left hand side you've got the output, and the right hand side you've got the input, and just above the input you've got the 9-volt DC input for your adapter. Again, it's the same as the Boss, where the face that you step on is the part that comes off to reveal where you put the 9-volt battery. This one's got a plastic chassis. It's pretty much the same size as the Boss one. And then last but not least, we have the Tone City Angel Wing, which has only got 3 pots, which is level, rate, and depth. Level and depth are little pots on the left and right hand side at the top, and then the rate is in the middle, a larger pot. It's got a metal switch, what you step on to activate the activate. It's got a 1/4-inch jack on the left output and a 1/4-inch jack input on the right. Above the 1/4-inch jack on the right is where you put the DC input for power. Again, it is a lot, it's half the size of the other 2 pedals. It's just much more compact. If you're looking for something compact and sturdy and strong, and you're not bothered about having cables running everywhere or whatever, then that is Tone City, perfect pedal. So that is all the controls that the 3 pedals have got, and now we will plug it in and get some sounds out of them. Nice. Yes, and so I have got my Gibson SG guitar, and that is going through to the first pedal on the pedal board, which is the Angel Wing, then the Ultra Chorus, then the Super Chorus. That's going out to a 100-watt pedal baby by Orange, and that is going to a 30-watt Celestion speaker by the company Sub-Zero. Okay, yes. So my clean tone is... Okay, so that's my clean tone. So let's start with the Boss pedal, the CH1 Super Chorus. So I will activate that. Okay, so all the pots are at 12 o'clock, and let's have a listen to what that sounds like. Okay, so that's the Boss pedal all at 12 o'clock. So we're going to leave the level at 12 o'clock, and I'm going to leave the EQ pot, which I'm thinking is tone. So I'll leave that at 12 as well, because you know that tone can just make it brighter or darker. So the rate and depth, I will move them round to 3 o'clock. Okay, and let's have a go at that. Okay, so we will carry on and move the rate and depth fully round. Let's have a listen to this. Nice. And we will bring them right back to 9 o'clock and see what that sounds like. Okay, so we will put them back to 12. Okay. Okay, so that was the Boss Super Chorus CH1. So we will move on to the Behringer pedal now. Everything is at 12 o'clock and let's have a go. Okay, so that was everything at 12 o'clock on the old Behringer pedal. So let's now move it round to 3 o'clock and it should sound a little like this. Okay, so that was maybe a little much for me, but I'll bring that right back round now. And finally back up at 12. Okay, so that was the Behringer pedal, and we will move on to the Angel Wing. Sounds a bit like this at 12. Okay, and that is the Angel Wing. And we will move the pots on the Angel Wing around to 3 o'clock. And finally, we will go all the way round with the rate and the depth. Volume's just in the same place. Okay, and that was the Angel Wing. Final verdict. Well, I think that all 3 are usable. I'm not the biggest modulation man in the world, but a tiny bit of chorus is amazing, and that's what I have. And all 3 of those pedals can do what I need it to do. Again, 94 quid for the Boss, 25 for the Behringer, and 50 for the Angel Wing. Good bits for the blind. They got 4, both the Behringer and the Boss have got 4 pots, and they're pretty sturdy pots. Like, they're not that easy to move around, so they shouldn't move around in your pedal bag or whatever. The Boss is it's just classic Boss sturdiness, takes battery, takes power supply. It's just, do you know what I mean? It's 94 quid. I think if you've got money and you want a pedal that takes a battery, then the Boss is the way forward, I'd say. And then the Behringer, again, it's got the 4 pots that are pretty sturdy. It is actually stereo like the Boss pedal. I didn't mention that earlier, but I've just realised it's got 2 quarter-inch jacks on the left-hand side, outputs. Yeah, so I mean, it's if you beat it up, it might break, but if you don't beat it up and you're nice to it, yeah, it should be all right. I mean, it's a nightmare to put the 9-volt battery in, but I've got to admit that I've been doing it a fair bit recently and I've got better at it. So, you know what I mean? It might be one of them things where the longer you have these pedals, the better you get at doing it. The power supply is just above the jack on the right-hand side. It's not in the top like the Boss one. I'm not sure what one I like the best. But yeah, I mean, it's a good little pedal, around the same size as the Boss, maybe a tiny bit smaller on the edges. Yeah, it's 25 quid, 24.99. So it's a lot cheaper than the Boss pedal, and so I mean, if you're a bit low on the old readies, then I don't think that you're gonna be losing out too much if you get the Behringer pedal. Just have to look after it maybe a little bit more. But yeah, nice. And then the Angel Wing Tone City pedal, it's a great pedal. It's like really sturdy. It's got the only one that's got this like nice switch on it. The other 2 have got sort of like, I don't know, the fascia at the front, it's got like a bit of a rubber where you can step on. But the Angel Wing, it's just such a shame that it doesn't take, even if you could like squeeze a AAA battery into it somewhere, do you know what I mean? Like, and I know maybe a AAA battery ain't got the power that a 9-volt battery has got, but you might have to replace it more often. But it would just be nice to have it, you know what I mean? Yeah, again, 50 quid, 49.99. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell you one to buy more than the others. I'd say I'd say it goes down to price with the Boss and the Behringer. If you've got loads of money, buy the Boss. If you haven't, buy the Behringer. And then if you want smaller pedals, then yeah, buy the Tone City. But they're 3 great pedals. Just depends on what money you got and what you want, really. All right, well, I hope that this has helped out a little bit. Nice one, and I will speak to you all soon in the next blind review. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, comment, and smash that bell. Cheers.